Today's video is not sponsored by NISA, but they did send me this copy of Trails through Daybreak 2 to unbox. And you know, there's something special about unsponsored unboxings, and that's that I get to show off every little thing this game has to offer on its insides for my only fans in the whole world, you, without having to go through any sort of approval process first. In a mere moment, I'll be tearing into its contents, going all the way through everything it has to offer. That said, if I notice anything that could be spoilers, I might have to censor some of its most explicit parts, but I'm sure most of you are used to that by now.
But in case this is your first time, Trails is a series that usually requires commitment. As someone more into casual encounters, so far I've only been with and finished 9 of the 13 mainline Trails games, but I'm currently enjoying Trails into Reverie. In fact, I've been live streaming those passionate evenings over on Twitch. I'll be sure to link that below for your voyeuristic enjoyment. But getting back to that pesky commitment issue, Daybreak is pretty special. While games like Reverie demand you spend hours and hours building up to fully enjoy the climactic moments within, Daybreak is open to first-timers from the start. Trails through Daybreak 2 plays a little harder to get though. You can't just go in half-cocked or you'll be prematurely exposed to things you simply are not prepared for. But from what I've seen, oh yes, you've got a lot to look forward to. The Trails series always makes sure you're handsomely rewarded for your care and attention to the finer details. NISA knows exactly what they're doing by releasing Daybreak 2 on Valentine's Day. A public service, allowing fans in between 3D waifus to spend some extra time with their 2D counterparts on that very special day. And the next, and the next, and the next. Endless hours of fun await you, and you'll be spending those hours with Agnes Claudel, a refined firecracker with a mischievous glint. Agnes wields her orbital staff with her wit and finesse that leaves onlookers both charmed and playfully disarmed. Agnes brings the yes to the party. And Elaine Eau Claire brings the O. She blends polished elegance with a dash of daring. Her luminous smile and graceful air hint at a world of sweet secrets and spirited flirtation. She's the kind of enigmatic siren who turns every casual encounter into a delightful tete-a-tete. And Judith Lannister is an elegant enigma with a hint of mischief. Judith seamlessly blends sophisticated reserve with a playful yet almost feline allure. But if these ladies just don't do it for you, there's of course the game's protagonist, Van Arkwright, whose name simply doesn't require any additional innuendo. He has a roguish smile and a heart that surprises even the toughest of onlookers. This street-smart Spriggan hustles through Calvard with a smooth blend of grit and charm, turning every twist of fate into a sly opportunity. And yes, he's just as adept at charming allies as he is at outfoxing foes. Whether he's negotiating through shadowy deals or stealing a moment for something sweet, Van's got the kind of magnetic swagger that leaves everyone wondering what secret lies beneath that cool exterior. Of course, many come for the waifus and husbandos, but those who do usually stay for the long term, and then you'll be back in for seconds and thirds, maybe fourths, until you've eventually experienced them all, you little minx.
It's time to open up this box that I got from NISA. So without further ado, let's dive into it. Without further ado, let's dive into it. You know, unboxings are a lot like opening up a box of Valentine's Day chocolates. Because of the box, mostly. I mean, I was going to say something about how unpredictable it can be, but really, when it comes to these limited editions and special edition unboxings from NISA, you typically get what you bought, you know, what you ordered in advance. So anyways, waxing intellectual aside, here's the box that I received at my P.O. box. A little bit of packing materials, a little bit of a purchasing order fulfillment form, and the game. This one is for home device as opposed to hybrid device. I think that I have this displaying on camera here. There we go. That's beautiful. We are on a roll. Just the most professional unboxing on all of YouTube, especially for this fine Valentine's Day. Thank you for choosing to spend a portion of your Valentine's Day with me. It means a lot. Trails Through Daybreak 2 is a game that should need no introduction because you clicked on this video. I shouldn't gesture at people with a knife like I'm gonna stab them. Probably not the best thing to be doing, but I will go ahead and just open this up. Casting aside all potential collector value out the window, because why? Because I love you guys, and I think that you being able to see what's in these unboxings and what's in these special editions is worth more to me than a little bit of potential resale value sometime down the line. Besides, never gonna sell this. These are awesome. Here it is. Trails Through Daybreak 2. This is a game that I unfortunately haven't had a chance to play any of yet because, as I've indicated before, the game is, the 12th entry. Kai no Kiseki will be the 13th when it eventually comes out in the United States. That hasn't been confirmed yet, I don't believe. But we do have this nice slip cover here. But I am still working on game number 10. I've finished 9 of the preceding entries all the way starting from Trails in the Sky all the way up through the end of Cold Steel, and I'm playing through Reverie right now, and I'm running into some trouble opening this box, so I'm going to try to slip my knife in underneath it here. It's catching on this corner here, and I've seen here, if I come at it with the blunt edge of my knife and kind of push back and twist, I can kind of unlock that little, I don't love that little ledge. I know why it's there, but it makes saving these things when you unbox them without like getting little tears and stuff, makes that incredibly tedious and difficult. And anyway, let's go ahead and continue to open it up. So, inside the box, it's nicely packed. Inside the box, I don't know if that's the traditional way of doing an unboxing or not, just kind of ripping out all the contents and then going through them one by one, whatever. We'll just do that way. That is some very nice box art. No title on it or anything. The various characters on the sides. I don't know if any of this is spoilery. Having only played the first few hours of Daybreak 1, that's why I haven't got any gameplay here playing for Daybreak 2. Because I don't want to spoil myself, and I have just enough context that a spoiler could actually be meaningful at this point for me. But I think I'm going to risk it for you guys. So let's take a look. Oh, let's take a look at this. This is a map of what? Why do we have a map of the Liberal Kingdom? A cloth map? A canvas? Is that canvas? Okay. Let's go ahead and just, again, maybe spoilers are inside. I hope not, but let's see. Okay, so it's not. Okay. It's not a map of the Liberal Kingdom. It is the Republic of Calvard. There just happens to be some Liberal on the edge. Elsame? Here we go. The Liberal Kingdom. This was in the corner. I got excited because I don't have a cloth map of the Liberal Kingdom. But I do now have a Republic of Calvard map. And that's going to come in handy. I can tell. That's going to come in handy probably when I actually play through Daybreak 1. So I'm going to need to make sure I keep this handy. and don't just kind of forget that I have it like I sometimes do. I'll be sure to get some pretty B-roll of this later on. Next up, the art card set. So they are not postcards. We're not sending these to anybody. Last time they had some pretty cool art cards for various brands of things in game that I thought was pretty sweet. So we have some key art here. Got some key art of some other dudes. I don't think that's Randy Orlando. I don't know who that. We got some bikini art, some very nice art there. Oh yeah, you know what? Happy Valentine's Day, guys. Get a gander. Okay, and then we have some more art, and I know who these are because I read a book called 3 and 9. If you haven't read the book, you should do that. And then I don't know who they are, but they're in here too. And I think I know who that is. That might have just spoiled myself. I might have to censor that one. I don't know. So let's go ahead and put these all back. Today, by the way, is Thursday the 13th, and I am doing this all kind of in a mad dash. Not all of it in a mad dash. I'm gonna do my best to make this as fun of an unboxing as I possibly can. Putting things back in the plastic from whence they came is not as easy as it looks. That's going to be a skill I'll have to develop down the road. Not that I'm ever going to resell, so it doesn't really matter. I could just... There. I just throw that away. It's just plastic. All right. This is the steelbook case that you get. I'm trying not to look too closely at some of this art because it might be spoilery. I don't know. But oh my gosh, it looks so cool. I love the colors. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I should... here, let's go ahead and put this somewhere that it might be seen on camera. There we go. Is that... Yeah, there we go. Like a professional would do, you know? What would professionals do? I ask myself that all the time. This appears to be the original soundtrack. It is not in a typical jewel case format, though. I'm kind of okay with it. I do wish that maybe it would have fit in a little bit better with my existing collection of soundtracks and CD jewel cases, but that's all right. Let's see. Let's go ahead and open her up. The plastic is a little bit finicky here. It's also not a very sharp knife to begin with. Again, I think I've told this a few times, but I got this from a fair, a county fair in Kansas. I got this from a county fair in Kansas when I was 6, because that's how we roll. And then inside is the actual book itself, or well, not book, the game, the soundtrack itself. Here we are. Trails Through Daybreak 2, the original soundtrack. It opens vertically, and that's nice. You know, the fact that it is bigger does remind me a little bit of like how vinyl gives you something else to kind of look through and more art to appreciate. Maybe eventually these will start to incorporate more track info, maybe lyrics, if lyrics exist. That'd be pretty cool. And then we have this. This is the Calvert case files. And I suspect that this is just going to be chock full of all kinds of spoilers that I shouldn't be looking at because, again, I have just enough context from playing a little bit of yep, shouldn't have looked at that, of playing Daybreak 1. Yep, I don't know. That's a spoiler right there. That's actually Van Arkwright. He's the protagonist, in case you didn't pick that up from the introduction. This is a pretty cool art book, and it looks like it says case files, and there might be some in-game... Oh, there are additional, bikini-clad photos in here available for those who... I shouldn't be looking at this. For those of you who want this. I am so torn between, like, diving through everything in here and all of the art books and all of the key art, but then I shouldn't. I shouldn't. I'm torn between doing my job right and protecting my own mental well-being here, and it's difficult. I don't know what to do. I should open this next. It's the final piece in this set. And yeah, let's go ahead and check it out. Just breaking that seal. And I think that as usual, there's probably a digital download code in here for the digital soundtrack. Yep. And I'm not going to show you what that looks like because that might be a spoiler for you guys. So it's on the other side. So, and then I have this. This is other more different case files. This is a mini art book, it says. Very cool. I shouldn't look inside here. I keep seeing things that indicate to me things that I shouldn't. So, and now we have the book itself with the actual game. And I could, at this point, if I wanted to, I could transplant the book, the game, and its contents over into the Steelbook edition. Except I don't think that I'm going to do that. I have done that in the past, but now I have all of these collector's editions from all of the games up to this point, and I think to keep them kind of together at this point, I have to have them in the boxes, in the big boxes. At least they all still fit on the shelf, and you know. But hey, let's close this out with another little fireplace chat.
So if you're looking for a little bit of roleplay action this Valentine's Day, pick up a copy of Trails Through Daybreak 2 and play all the way through to Daybreak. Again. This is so ridiculous.